Final question.
Absolutely.
What's our best math equation?
1 plus 1 is 2.
I agree.
That's the simplest
I
one.
agree.
Because you ignite your brain. When I ask you,
She didn't even think.
yeah, but I don't need to think because
Brainmaster.
absolutely.
My name is Raphael. How are you guys doing?
Oh, well, thank you so much, Rafael, for joining us.
How are you doing?
I'm all well. Julie is my name. Nice to meet you.
Vivek. When I Google it, there are a lot of Brainmaster on the internet when it comes to educational space. I Google Brainmaster and I didn't know that your own website starts with ink. So I got a different website. How are you guys working with that to make sure that when they Google you guys, you can appear in Google organically?
You see, right now we are working with SEO and make sure that Google rank Brainmaster, our company Brainmaster, IMC comes first. As a tutor, we are promoting our business in social media, all social media platforms.
I see the space is very nice, it's clean. You have a lot of things on the board for people that just walk in to see what you are about. So like how many students do you have and how many students will you like the capacity fits in here?
Thank you for asking. You see, Rafael, there are two things which I want to clear here. Like, for example, we always make sure that when the student comes here, when the learner comes here, we know that the learner age appropriate grouping has to be there. So, for example, if we have a secondary student, we make sure that the secondary students also accomplish the training and be the part of the training. So, make it so interacting, community engagement, and remember, learner learns from each other. It's like a healthy competition. So we make sure that the session do not go like a traditional classroom system, but go as in they explain each other. They communicate math to make sure that it's become more engaging, more fun, more innovative, but not so traditional, boring, and kind of thing. Hey, I don't want to do one more lesson with math. But Brainmaster makes it so unique with the personalized guidance, with the small students batch. So we make sure that our teachers trainer ratio is around 3 to 4 or 5 maximum to make sure that then they get the most benefit out of the lesson.
You were talking about how you guys structure like the teaching. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you guys structure the day-to-day activities with the students? How does it work?
Absolutely. So, for example, our Brainmaster methodology runs in a way that when the student enroll, we understand the gap identification because I think the root cause is that is not the math is hard, is the concept is not clear. So when the child enroll, whether is in respective of the age group or a grade level, we first do a standard assessment, which makes sure that we know where the learners exactly find difficulty in. For example, we are teaching learner mathematics, and sometimes we find out that the learner is missing the basic reading skills. So the moment he cannot read clearly, he cannot analyze the question clearly. So there are very many ways we understand that how he thinks, what is his body language, is he nervous while seeing the test paper, or maybe he's not ready to participate, or is introvert to answer. Maybe learner knows but he cannot express it. So it's an expression issue, understanding issue, attitude issue, technical issue. There are a lot to know. So we identify, we do the discovery session, and good news is the assessment is completely free. So, for example, when the parent come here, we ensure that the parent comes, when comes, he comes with a lot of doubt, she comes with a lot of doubt, but when the parents go, they know clearly that the where my child is missing. So, Brainmaster is actually giving them not a test, but giving them the guided lesson that, hey, here we are, can work together. So we become their learning partner, not just a tutorial center.
Yes.
Brainmaster is a concept, and I'm loving it responsibly. Since 20 years, I'm romancing it, and I know what I'm doing. I've helped thousands of learners across the globe, in person and virtual. Only one intention, that learners should love math. It's a technical subject. It's no more subject which you should hate or dislike. It's something you need to understand. And simple thing, when a concept is clear, when you communicate to me, and when you apply in real life, that's the math. What is else math? Math is that, isn't it, Rafael?
It is.
It's all about that.
Yes. And one thing with math is there any other way that you guys are making math and STEM more visual here?
Absolutely. I think you have worked very well, and your homework is very clear. You know what to ask me.
Okay.
Rafael, thanks for bringing that. Is a very innovative ways of educating young learners, and Brainmaster has also thought of that direction. It's been 15 years. We are actually master training those kind of multisensory learning. where we train learners not only visualization of math, but also giving them the multisensory approach. So what they will do, the child is trained on abacus. So, for example, abacus is a Soroban abacus in a technical language, which has a 4 beats down and the 1 upper beat. So, for example, is a human hand concept. The way you can see my 4 fingers, even that particular abacus has a 4 lower beats. When I say beats, it's a plastic small beats which learner can also visualize. For example, I would like to show you exactly like this. So, for example, the 4 lower beats are my 4 fingers. And if you see the upper road is actually our thumb. So it's actually a human hand. Why? Because 4 fingers down and upper bit. Here upper bit we value as thumb and each finger is actually 1 beat. So this is based on abacus. We call it a finger math concept. And you would like to know, Rafael, in this particular tool, is the most amazing tool until grade 1 or 2, 3. Here, yes, it helps to develop their focus, their concentration, their visualization skills. Even mathematics become 10 times faster in terms of calculation. More than abacus, Brainmaster has gone one step ahead. Why? Because I think it's not only we are preparing only grade 1, 2. We are also looking at secondary students where we teach them high speed math, and that is where quantitative reasoning and aptitude reasoning take place. So we start from foundation to pre-calculus and calculus, making sure it's under one roof.
How are you guys like battling with either teaching students with AI or letting students understand what AI is? Is that something that you guys have started to think about already?
We train like how to manage the social media. Now, when it comes to social media, of course, it is connected to AI, different AIs. Yeah. When it comes to learning computers, if you train Microsoft Office, you see it is also connected to AI. We also train them. If I talk about Canva, you can also use AI in Canva. So how to use that, where to use it, there are different ways to use AI. So those kind of platforms, of course, we train children. All the higher students, like secondary students, we train them. We also teach them how to develop the website.
Can you list, if you want to mention some of the education or resources that you guys offer here?
Brainmaster has always been training since 15 years. In this industry, we have mainly focused on the technical subject. So, for example, the subject like mathematics, subject like languages. You say, Julie, languages because there are 2 languages, technical language and commercial language. When I'm speaking to you right now, you are understanding me because we are talking the general common language. You understand English. But if I start something other alien language, you would just know it, but you will not understand me. So here, what is important when the learner is ready in the ecosystem with the communication language, the second language is a commercial language, which is technically math. For example, for any business, for any commercial. So we teach them math, reading, French, computer, and coding. So these are our main activities, and we are focusing on this particular area. So making sure that we do not have much ideas to deliver, and yet it doesn't go in a comprehensive way. So ideally, we are right now focusing with the student here in person and online with all this technical subject. But believe me, from grade 1 to grade 12, the program is so structured that every child comes here within 2 or 3 lessons. They just say that, yes, I got this. My brain got enlightened. That is main idea and main guarantee we give. Because I think what is most important here is it's not about what makes learner enjoy, is when it's not when you show them how to do, they enjoy when they do themselves. Our idea and our methodology has always approached 3 technicality, and I always say to every parent right there that if your learner is not thinking, if your learner is not inking what they are thinking, and if your learners are not linking what they are thinking and inking, then there is something missing. So they have to think what they are thinking, they have to ink, meaning they write hands on, and what they are inking, they have to link. Because the moment when child stop thinking and start memorizing and keep doing repetitive work, it means you're preparing one more artificial human,
Like an AI.
like an AI. Because AI can give you something in 3 seconds, but you need to even visualize. You have to understand also that what AI has given you. You can't copy and send someone. You have
see,
to
while
really work out.
using the AI also,
You
you
have to
need
use
to
brain.
you need to know what to ask AI
Yes.
what solution you need to get out of the AI,
Yes.
So you need brains to use the AI.
Absolutely.
I agree. You mentioned web development, but you try to skip that. Are you saying you guys are not focusing on the web and the design and the computer for now? Because that looks like more advanced.
As I mentioned that, of course, we train higher students like secondary students how to develop the website in HTML and WordPress. Yeah. When it comes to website, it does not limit to the website. Yeah, well, like related social media platforms, then related brochure making. Yeah, you need to design it, you need to design the logo, you need to strategize the website. It's not that you just put about us and homepage and then you are done the landing page. You need to strategize it. Yeah, you need to understand the business, that how to make the website. So there, those kind of strategies and making plan, that's what we train students, that how to think and how to implement it in a real life. You do it in HTML and Java.
Is there any testimony of student achievement that you guys can tell our audience about?
Our Google reviews are full of parents' testimonials. And just in the morning, I had one lovely parent just told me one thing, that my child always come home saying that why Brainmaster is only once a week or twice a week. I need to go every day. So we receive lots of good comments from the parents. It's a part of my work every day.
On the website, you guys talk about STEM because you mentioned a lot of math in our conversation. Is it always math that you guys focus on? Because STEM has to do with more than math and technology.
But as a one of the
science.
branch,
Math and reading,
yeah,
basically.
more tutoring in brain development, math reading, yes. And from his side, computer and coding and website designing.
Is there anything that students enjoy about coming here beside math?
Our instructors vibrant approach, they always like how they are having that kind of hand holding and making sure that the child is feeling confident. As I said, that every child, all five fingers are not same profile. We have a student who comes with a lot of limitations. Sometimes student comes when they know something and now they want some challenging work. So our tutors are very flexible, that they know that which child's appetite is what. So for example, if the child is in emerging level, we make sure that the child goes to next level, not by rushing, not by pushing, one step at a time. We know that they are also children and we know how to handle them with care.
How did the company get started?
I have done my legal education back in home India when I've done my Bachelor of Law. So when I finished my degree in my legal with the labor law, I have come up with the idea that it's the skills which can survive you in this real scenario. So the time comes when I got my Viva clear. I talked to my dad that I think what is inspiring me is helping learners to make sure that they do something in a good communication. They express themselves better. It's not about the learning has to be between the two books. So my dad liked the idea and asked me that what are the best approach for that. And I think vocational training skills and helping others to understand, and reasoning and logical and math is always, number games was always my idea. One day the child came to me and said that why math is so hard. I said it's not hard. I just explained him some 2 3 concepts and he was like, oh, it's fun. I said, yeah, that's how it is. And so I got an opportunity to meet couple of others Rotary clubs. I've made presentation with some of the community engagement, some seminars, and people started calling me for such kind of parenting seminars where I used to talk about math, the simple way to do math. And then people have started calling me that, are you the one who helped people to learn simplified way of mathematics? And people gave me idea that I think Brainmaster can do this, and where the simplified math is the right approach, because children hate math for no reason. They need to explain it in a simple way, but it's not that day. Since that day, the journey began.
More law stuff and less math. So how do you sharpen yourself from that to where you are today?
So I think the answer to your question, if I say that I have read somewhere that numbers can stimulate your brain cells. So for example, when the child is young, and if the child has a lot of approach about the numbers, if you give them the lot of activities related to right hand, the left hand, so you get the both brain enlightened.
force equals to mass time acceleration on the board right now. I can love physics, but I need to be able to read I need to open physics textbooks for me to know the exact formula.
Absolutely. It's a practice and the time, as I just rightly said, that when you love something, you develop it. It's interest drives you.
Oh yeah, I agree. Okay, so the interest drives the whole thing. Okay,
Absolutely.
Vivek, how about you? Tell me a little bit about your own story and how you get interested. I know she's the founder, but you're a partner too, right? So
Okay, I'm one of the directors in Brainmaster, and my background is, I would say, I'm a software engineer by profession.
yeah, you go, my man.
I had a lot of ID experience in back in Africa, I would say. I cannot say back in India because I just studied there, but my whole work experience was in Africa. Brainmaster, it started in 2014, and that's where she got interest in that, and then slowly we grew the business. Of course, we had trained 10,000 children across the globe, and then we decided to bring our Brainmaster head office to Canada. So here we are in South Surrey, 24th Avenue, 15531. Call us, they can email us, they can book an appointment through website, they can walk in. It's not that they have to take an appointment.
How do you guys your location for business is important, right?
Yes,
So
definitely.
how easy is this for students to come in, transportation and the rest?
Yeah, I think yes, it's a good location. I think there are also other vicinity has a 4 private schools are also around.
And we also do online training. Those parents who are very far from here, downtown or somewhere,
They can always
anywhere in Canada, anywhere in the globe, I would say, we have online training sessions as well.
Some of the fees, is it also covered under the government, or this is more private?
It's a private
It's
learning.
more private
It's
learning that it
it's a
comes.
more
The parent
It's
has to
totally
pay for it,
private,
right?
yeah,
How
private.
expensive is your center?
It's affordable. Education is never expensive. If
Yeah.
you say education is expense, then I think you're on the wrong place because we are not. It's an investment. Yeah, but I think it's affordable, and considering that only, we make sure that the parents can not only afford the education but appreciate the learning.
I am helping educators and education system because I believe that education should be practical, like you are saying right now. And one of the practical way that education is you are giving students assignment. So I believe that portfolio, like students as they take their assignment, their student project for people that are in higher education, when they go on internship, if they begin to document those projects, those assignments, anything that is real world based, when they're in school, they are able to use our platform, WorkParrots, to build portfolios. So with WorkParrots, our goal is to make it an environment where people interact, they can post, people can like, but we want to provide students with materials, they can interact with one another, they can learn from one another, and as a community where they can actually build a portfolio and a project for themselves before they graduate. That way, when they graduate, students, any job you go apply right now, they are still looking for experience. But the only thing you have is those practical things that you learn that your teacher showed you and your intern showed you out on projects, and people can build a community where those portfolios can give them job. For example, if a student is learning from this center, you can give that student endorsement, and that endorsement appears on that student's resume, in this case on the student portfolio. Another thing is, even the portfolio you build, you are able to turn it into a printable brochure. So the portfolio is not just online. We want to make sure that you can print your portfolio physically so your post becomes something that is much useful. So I hope that your students, and this, I would like to welcome Brainmaster to join our community and use our platform to show the world a different side of education.